Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Extra Knitting. This is a knitting podcast where we celebrate everyone's creativity, knit what you love, and love what you knit. And this is 2 weeks since my last episode. Uh, in the previous episode, like 3 episodes ago, I was interviewing some queer makers, dyers, designers for the current Pride Pot Make Along. So if you would like to know what Pride Pot Make Along is, go back to the previous episodes, or also go to the Instagram at Be Extra Knitting, where you will find the rules, or how to enter, and which designers you can check out for their designs, or celebrate our queer makers basically. All right, so at the moment I'm currently um, traveling. So as you can see, the background is different from my regular background. I am currently in Italy. I arrived here 2 days ago. I started with Milan, and I stayed, you know, 1 night and 2 days in Milan. And today I, you know, went from Milan to Bologna. So I spent a day in Bologna, and then at 5 o'clock I went to Montecatini, which is in Tuscany, where I am at the moment. And I thought that when I arrived, it was 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and I thought, after checking in this Airbnb, I thought I'm done, and I can just take a shower and record a video. No, I ended up going with a friend who lives nearby to Tuscany area, like around Montecatini. So we went to. Uh, I might get all these names wrong, but there's so many little town in around Montecatini, and this is right now almost 2 o'clock here in Italy in the morning. So definitely way past my bedtime in the Italy time. But since we have 6 hour difference between Italy and at least the East Coast of the United States, so I'm thinking, okay, it's still Saturday back in the East Coast, or yeah, so maybe I can still just record something just for update of what I have been working on. Um, so I will show you a couple of things, but maybe this will be a really quick, like type of update while I'm traveling kind of video. But a little bit on what I have done since I got here. So the first night before we go to knitting. So the first night here, I well, actually, I got in Milan at 8 o'clock in the morning, and the host or the hotel, or yeah, the host of the hotel were kind enough to let me check in early. So I checked in right away, like 9 o'clock or 10, and then went right away to the Duomo di Milano, and did some sightseeing around. This is my second time in Milan, and then some shopping, of course. But then at night, 8 o'clock, I went to a ballet uh, in the Teatro alla Scala. This is one item in my bucket list that I can check off. Uh, the ballet was amazing. It's a La Bayadere. So it's an old ballet. It's based on like interpretation of Indian culture, but everything is like traditional ballet movements. And I'm pretty sure you can find a synopsis of the ballet itself, but all the uh, all the dancers are amazing, and the soloists, which is the main the main ballet dancers, were really strong. Like all the jumps, whatever terms, I don't really know the terms, ballet terms, but it was amazing. It was about 3 hours, so I went there 8, I got out at 11, and I got back to the hotel at 12, in the first night. And then the next day I checked out early because I had to go to Bologna, because I have a friend who currently is living in Bologna. And in Bologna we went biking everywhere. So we're using the electric bike, but still there's some area that is really hilly. But most of the time in the Bologna Centro, the main part of Bologna, it's pretty flat. And we, I don't know why, but he showed me the cemetery. It is huge. Cemetery in Bologna was amazing. We found the tomb of Maserati. Of course, there's so many well-known people there. And then after the museum, we went to no, from the cemetery, we went to this museum about an airplane that went down around the Sicily region, small island of in that region, Ustica. So it happened in 1980. So maybe if you were around in the 80s, and I'm sure you heard about this. So very interesting history there. So after the museum, we went back to the main area of Bologna, because he lives right in the center of Bologna. And I bought some tortellini that was made fresh today. And we went back to his apartment, and we spent some time just making broad, what do you call, anyway, tortellini with some tomato, onion, carrot, and celery. Very simple, but the tortellini was amazing. Inside was Parmesan cheese, and you can tell, it was made that day. It was fresh, so fast to cook. So, and of course, all kind of gelato everywhere. But I have to say the best gelato that I've had today, or during this trip, not today, during this trip, because of course in Milan I had gelato, in Bologna I had gelato, and just now I just got back from hanging out in around Tuscany, because my friend, he has a car, he lives here, so he took me to so many towns. And there's one town that I'm blanking right now that I really need to check, but since I'm using my phone to take this video, you know what? I think I will stitch the video. I will continue with the second part. Anyway, so I was saying the best gelato that I've had so far in this trip. This is still the second day. I still have 7 more days in Italy, but so far the best one is from Tuscany. So my friend took me to from Montecatini. We went to Spezia near Montecatini. So he was born there, and he currently lives nearby. So there is a gelato place that is well known, of course, for locals. The cream that they use, you can taste the cream, so different, so amazing. So I think I was just having a pistachio with ricotta. So ricotta and pistachio gelato. Wow, it is Oh, wow, yeah, just the taste of the cream is just so amazing. So just because of that, I have to say the gelato from Tuscany wins from all the gelato that I have had so far. But maybe it will be different because after Tuscany, I will go to Cinque Terre, and we'll see what I will have. Anyway, after Spezia, we drove around, and he took me to this little village called Kolodi. Now, if you have read Pinocchio, maybe you know Collodi as the name of the author. So apparently, the author Carlos Collodi. Collodi is the pen name of the author of Pinocchio. Apparently, he came from a wealthy family. So in this town, his family built a huge villa, um, and maybe, oh, well, definitely I will place some pictures in my Instagram, be extra knitting. So if you want to see, or maybe you have been there so you know, but if you want to see what I'm talking about, go to the Instagram. I will place some pictures that I took. um, but there was the huge garden and the garden of butterflies, Giardino di Farfalle, uh, and but anyway, so back then when he was growing up, he would spend summers in the villa, in the family villa, and it was uh, believed that he started writing Pinocchio while he spent the summer in Collodi, and because of that, he used the town name Collodi as his pen name. I did not know that, so it was it was a gem of a place that, had you not been with a local, you would have missed that from Tuscany. So because of course Pisa, Lucca, Firenze, uh, or Florence is where people would go. So this like smaller towns, they're just as amazing and more quiet. So you can actually spend your time, have your space to walk around. But there are a lot of stairs, hills. I have been I have been biking, climbing, walking since, let's see, since 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, yesterday, now it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I am tired. So I don't even know why. Well, I know why I'm recording, because I've been putting it in my Instagram that, hey, I will record from Tuscany and on Saturdays. So I'm just keeping my promise. So anyway, so that's what happened. Collodi, and then from Collodi we went to Montecatini Alto. So Montecatini, where I'm staying, there is the Basso in the lower area, and Alto. So this is a valley. So there are a lot of hills or mountains, like small mountains, um, and Montecatini Basso is right on the bottom of the valley, and there is a funicular to go up to the Montecatini Alto. But because my friend has a car, we just drove up there, and I took some pictures, so I will put also in the Instagram. And the view was amazing. So if you're in Berkeley area, maybe if you go to the Berkeley Hill, that's kind of like the view at night that you're seeing from on top of the Berkeley Hill to the San Francisco area, or the Bay Area. But it's so amazing, and the villages, Montecatini Basso and Montecatini Alto, they're just so cute, so dreamy, and of course it's Saturday night, so a lot of people are out eating on the outside, enjoying just a beautiful time. So the weather was amazing. I could have, so this is what I was wearing. I could have worn like a light jacket. But I did bring one of my knit scarf, which is this guy right here. That I think I covered this before in one of my episode or earlier episode. So I knitted this from lace weight yarn. Yes, I think a year ago because I was um, yeah, I was becoming a U.S. citizen, and I was trying to find a red, white, and blue. So this one has like a dark blue speckle, specks or speckles, or whatever, in the yarn, but it's really, really a small amount of dark blue specks all over, but it's pretty much off-white. And then I had like a little red heart on my blazer for the ceremony. So I was wearing this, because it's pretty. Oh, did we go to Specia that has a river? Yeah, in the river. Well, like on the river bank, it was very windy, and it was chilly actually. I could have also worn I mean, as I mentioned, I could have worn like a light jacket, but I did not bring anything, thinking it is summer here. So yeah, so I was just like this. I know it's kind of interesting look, but yeah. Oh yeah, this is silk yarn, lace weight. I forgot the name, but I got it in Jersey. So what else? So that's what happened today, and tomorrow I will go to Pisa and also Lucca. But I mean, I've been to Pisa, but my host, which is also actually my friend, Marco, told me that why not go to Pisa, and then because you can do Pisa in a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours, and then go to Lucca, so maybe do two cities at a time. But my main goal is really to go to Lucca. I haven't been to Lucca. I've been to Pisa before, but I love Puccini, the opera, the creator of Turandot. Um, and he's from Lucca. He was from Lucca, and there is a theater. Every summer they play all Puccini, work. I'm not sure if there is. I haven't checked the schedule, but if they have, I might. I'm at. He also mentioned, go to Lucca after Pisa because it's better to be in Lucca during the sunset. So hopefully there will be some sort of Puccini play in the theater in Lucca. That would be an amazing activity during the sunset. So yeah, tomorrow I will go to Lucca and Pisa and Lucca, and maybe the day after go to Florence just to do some more shopping. I've been to Florence a couple of times too. So yeah, but I kind of wanna come back early now every day because Montecatini is an amazing place. It's we don't hear a lot about all these little town and in Tuscany. I mentioned again, other than Pisa, Lucca, Firenze, but so Montecatini is known for the thermal uh, baths. So historically, this town is used as a thermal bath, like or spa for health reason. But then with the advanced medicine, um, at some point they started to um, go to medicine to treat ailments. So all these baths are closing, but in except for two baths. So if you want to go for a spa, like natural hot water, source, you can still go today. So there is I forget the name, but I have the map here. I know Marco told me everything. Yeah, Terme Tetuccio. So that's the first one that I definitely have to go. The Terme Tetuccio, and also there's the Terme Leopoldine. So and that's very close to the funicolare to go to the Monte Catini Alto from the Monte Catini Basso. So, and also there's so many places to eat. Again, definitely tomorrow I will start with the breakfast that Marco suggested. But anyway, um, after that I will be in Cinque Terre for another 4 days, and Cinque Terre is another bucket list item. So I will definitely have some more updates next time I record about Cinque Terre. Definitely I will be swimming in the Ligurian Sea, and I guess everyone have heard there will be like a heat wave next week. So hopefully everything will be okay, and I guess it's a good time to go to the ocean in this area. Yeah, so that's it. So yeah, so I did not bring any. Oh well, I did not bring winter knitwear. So you know this is one of the things that I brought, and which is perfect for like early June in Tuscany. Now, the highlight of this recording is what I will be wearing in Cinque Terre. So, as I mentioned, I need to go to the Ligurian Sea and I will be swimming. So, I definitely packed some Speedos, some swimming trunks, but I also brought my summer tops, which are tank tops that I designed on my own. So, but there's no pattern. But this is I can go over the design so people can make it if they want. But so it's the same design, but I have three that I brought. One is new, but the other two was from last year. So I'll show you the new one. So this one is using bamboo yarn, 100% bamboo yarn, and it's so soft, you know. Um, Unlike linen, it's already soft since the beginning of, you know, um, of the use of the yarn, so you don't have to wash and dry and wash and dry to make it softer. So as you can see, this is a diamond lace pattern. You can just Google diamond lace pattern, 8 stitch diamond lace pattern. Basically, you repeat, 8 stitch, 8 stitches of the pattern. So, yeah, so one of this diamond, there are 8 stitches across at the widest point, meaning that if you want to make, also this is done bottom up, so it is done in the round from the bottom to the separation, or whatever. Yeah, I cannot think right now, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but to this point, what is this point? Under your armpit. And then after this part, you start working the front and the back separately, and then you start shaping the neck and the arm part, but keeping the pattern, going. And then at the end, just, oh my God, words, combine them, not combine. Somebody tell me, what do you call this? Them together. You know what I'm talking about. This is why I don't have a pattern, because words. So what I usually do is, if I have a new yarn, meaning a yarn that I've never worked with before, I would I would do swatch. So I would make maybe 6 diamonds um, across, and then 3 diamonds. So you see, so I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 up, and that way, and then make sure I definitely make sure that I block it aggressively. The, um, the gauge itself, not the act. Before I started working, I blocked my gauge because with this pattern, it's a lace. It definitely will change size after you block, and depending on how you block, it will change, you know, appropriately, accordingly. So after that, I will take the dimension of this 1 diamond. So, and then I would know what that 8 stitches repeat at the widest point would be in inches. And I will take the circumference of my body, and I definitely add at least 10 inch of ease, because again, this is very, as you can see, what do you call this? Um, dra- uh, Drapey. It's very drapey. So it depends on what kind of fitting you want, but for me, I like it to be start with really large, or really at least 10 inches of positive ease, and then because of how drapey it is, it will not look like it's too big on me. It will follow my curves basically. Right, so if I know my circumference, I add 10 inches, and then I divide that with the dimension of 1 diamond. From there, I know how many diamonds I need to have for my circumference, and then that's how many stitches, and how many diamonds multiplied by 8, that's how many stitches that I will cast on. After I cast on, as you can see here, there is no ribbing. After I cast on, I just do 1 round of knitting, and then start the pattern, start the 8 stitch diamond pattern, and repeat, repeat, repeat. And then what I do here is, after 2 vertical diamonds here, I change the yarn color, and then do the same thing with the next one. So yeah, I will definitely take some pictures, and that's the first one. But then also, I have covered this before. I also have this from last year. This is the very first one. So this one is silk, actually. You know, it's 1 year, and I haven't even woven in my end, but this one I did weave in my end. But this one is silk, the same idea. Start with the diamond and know my circumference. This one is amazing. I covered this in the previous episode. I took this to Spain last year, and this one I took to Puerto Rico. And this one I did a little bit differently here. Basically, instead of lace, I did color work at the mosaic, just to cover a little bit this area. But I think I really like, lace all over style. So yeah, so I will spend 4 days, 3 nights in Cinque Terre. There are 5 villages. I only have 3 summer tank top. Hopefully it will work. But I think it's enough. So yeah, so that's what I've been working. My finished work. So this is my most recent finished work, but this one is just my previous work. So yeah, it's very summery, right? Like that stripy thing. So basically, like, as you can see, they're very uniform color yarn, so there's no variegation here, but because of this striping, it looks very nice, like very summery, and and also this. But here it's a little bit more fun with the color work in the front. But anyway, I don't know. To me, stripes really, tank tops or tops really remind, like, bringing out the summer feeling. Huh. So yeah, here we are. I'll be enjoying this. Um, maybe I can use this as the cover picture. Anyway, so there's that. And what have I been working on? So this is a perfect travel project because it just keeps going and going and going. And that is a sock project. I actually started this and then paused, and I'm a monogamous knitter, so when I paused this, I had the idea to make this um, as an addition, a new addition in my summer tank top. So right away, I did that because I only have 5 days before my trip to Italy to finish it. So meanwhile, I already started this one. So now I finished that. I picked this back up again and I return as a monogamous knitter again. But here it is. So this is the, well, there's no pattern again. This is my own pattern, but it's a really easy lace. So lace on all over. So it's but toe up type. This is not showing up really well, but okay, yeah, um, yeah. So all the way up, and then I'm done with the ribbing. I'm actually casting off. So there's the first one. So and I'm going to start the second one when I'm in Cinque Terre. But this is a fiber that I purchased when I was in Athens, Greece this February. But you can find this anywhere. This is Donegal Lang yarn merino. But it's just a beautiful color. And tweeds. They said it's new color when I got it. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I know I'm speaking pretty softly. I don't want, it's again 2:30 or something. I don't want the neighbor to hate me so much. Um, so have you been working on your Pride Pot make along? If yes, make sure you use the hashtag PridePotMal, PridePotMal, or yeah, PridePotMal, and also hashtag Be Extra Knitting, because there will be prizes from Be Extra Knitting, and I put all the price information on the Instagram. Um, I think that's it for now. I definitely will go to bed. I don't know what time I want to get up tomorrow because there are two cities I need to go. Need to go. Maybe it's just gonna be one. Maybe I just forget about Pisa. I just go to Lucca right away because then I will have time to go back to Montecatini early and enjoy Montecatini. Maybe my friend in Montecatini will want to do something more when I get back. Anyway, be extra. Love what you knit. Knit what you love. Until next time. Bye. This is a view from Montecatini Alta. This is from Collodi, which is the tree of Pinocchio. So you see all kind of Pinocchio's structures. And this is Teatro alla Scala, the ballet in Milan.